Hello. Welcome in.
Missile knows where it is. Missile has no fucking idea where it is.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
It's beautiful. It is beautiful. I want to know the fun thing. First time I played a monk, my
Hello, sorry, the mirror is right here.
So what happens was.
Is it?
Yeah, the mirror toggle's right there. If you click on this, the controls appear here.
Oh, I just got my personal one. I didn't even know it was there.
Yeah,
The
you.
control is in there too if you need to
Yeah,
adjust that.
and the chairs as well. You can disable the chairs.
Let me check my RAM. Hold on.
But want to know what happened afterwards?
Well, that's
Finding the hammer, and then I was like.
I'm worried for tonight.
Was staring at the bookcase because they like books.
I'm not.
I am worried. Shit is either gonna hit the fan or nothing's gonna happen, and I can't tell which is gonna happen.
Isn't that the fun part?
You know what you're just gonna.
Kill me.
You know what's just gonna happen?
Yeah.
So you have to go down. Everything is gonna be chaos, and then you look at the guards barracks.
So far, I'm actually surviving.
You look at the guards barracks, and it's just.
cinnamon rolls.
It depends though, because it might involve the cards.
31.
Yeah, but I'm not one of the guards. I'm just a random civilian that's showing
Have you
up.
heard of
That's
the oath that Ray might make the guards take?
For RAM.
Yeah, I know. I'm up to date with all of it.
Yeah, man, would you like to play
But here's the thing. You do realize it's an ode to Blackstone and the royal heir, right? You realize you can just go like, yes, I swear loyalty.
Where the fuck is it? There it is.
No, well, Myrdin might take it, but she's not gonna follow it.
I'm just gonna have like 26.
Yeah, that's the entire thing. Like I said
But
to him,
still.
like as long as you do it without
It's the fact of taking it that's gonna still hurt, because she's 100% loyal to Burke, and Burke only.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing. I talked it over with him, and I said, like, don't involve any sort of truth, just have it as, like, this most standard, regular question.
Why do I
get it.
feeling 20
She's a
you
bug.
Because
I
if you
told the
add a
person
sort
that
of
made this,
truth,
give me the most
shit does, then
obnoxious
it's like, I
fucking
swear loyalty.
guitar pattern you
That's
can
a lie.
find, and he added like
Yeah.
a leopard print.
man? I hate it, but love it.
Look at the little cute.
Yeah, me too.
Help.
Hello.
Help. I'm
gonna try.
worried.
I'm gonna try
I'm
my
worried.
best. I'm going to try.
I have no idea what's going on.
Everyone.
I'm gonna
Let
fucking
me stand up for
cry.
this session, I guess.
You
Well, I'm gonna try to stand.
Thanks to go invisible.
Alright.
Oh, I got the Benoit. I got this Benoit from Soda.
Got it.
Yeah, I called dibs because I liked it.
Alright, I need people's opinions because I fixed my texture of the mouse. I fixed it. I need opinions.
We adventure.
It looks good.
I like
Well,
it.
here's the thing. Now the spark looks off, I think, but that just might be because it looks so different.
It might be because you got used to the other one, and this is just like new
Does
face.
it look like a smile or a grimace?
It looks more like yeah, like a grimace because it's still down.
But that's not because of their lips, honestly. That's just because
Yeah.
the sides of the thing are pointing downwards. If you just point them upwards,
It's the shape of it. It's not the lips, it's the shape of it.
Alright, here's... Well, I'm gonna see if me and Riz can work on it in the next coming
honestly, just have one
I
shape.
can
Just
change it
use the
up.
shape. I think there's a shape key that you have that corners of the
Fucking oh shit! Help! 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 Shit might hit the fan today.
Talking about smell. Talking about smells.
At least within the guards.
Wait, let me
Okay, so I'm gonna just sit around and
But I
just
may have
review and be like,
I
Yeah.
slight smile.
I'm not getting involved in that shit.
You shouldn't.
And if I hit my lighter,
That seems a whole fucking load of not my problem.
I love it.
I know it's scary, right?
It's so bad.
Is that right? I prefer not dying.
You know what I kept thinking about? The yandere face, like...
Okay, I'm gonna go invisible, I'm gonna go in, I think. I've got...
Have you tried just not causing troubles?
I don't cause any troubles, Reyes. I didn't do shit,
How
man.
dare you assume we cause trouble? That's our entire job!
Our job is to not cause problems. But we have a king who's a fucking idiot.
You know, it doesn't have
If you want to beat up Carton,
No, no.
you want to beat up Carton, then.
that I love. The fact they just cling.
I don't want to beat you up.
Just work!
I know. We'll watch this.
Anyway, I'm gonna go in. God. I'm stressed for tonight, chat. I'm stressed. That's not the one. There we go. Ooh. Da-da-da-da-da-da. We'll see what happens, you know? We'll see what happens. Guild house. Okay, he's received the letter. Okay. Put my camera here so I can tell if I'm standing correctly or not.
Hi, Myrdin.
Hello, Gabumon. I hope
just
you
read your
received my
letter.
letter. I see. Alright. Well, let me know when you wish to have this meeting.
We can have it now if you'd like.
Absolutely. If you know some place we can go to, that we can have some private discussion, either way. Unless you want to go to the second floor. That is also doable.
Okay, we can go with the second floor.
To the second floor we go then.
Hey.
I hope you're doing well, all things considered.
I'm doing okay. I'm still sorting through all my birthday presents. I got way more than I expected.
Well, you are quite popular.
Never really thought about that before. I just want to be friends with everyone.
I think that's why you're popular. People enjoy someone who's kind and well-intentioned.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
Which is also why I wish to speak with you rather than the likes of Bastic. I think you can understand.
Yeah, I think I can understand too.
All right. So, it has come to our attention that King Ray has, as you might or might not know, been going to this vampire brothel called the Vix Inn on a deserted island, I believe. I'm not entirely sure, but this Vix Inn has requested King Ray's assistance in some matter in terms of a zealot group wishing harm on their workers, which in return King Ray would receive a plot of land and build a fort. Now, I don't think I need to remind you that we are in the middle of a war in the north. Any resources that could be allocated to the war should be allocated to the war, whether or not it is personal resources coming from personal pocket money. Not only that, he isn't hiring any of the guards or soldiers from Blackstone, he is hiring mercenaries to hold down a fort. Mercenaries that are not trained soldiers, are not trained guards, are not trained professionals to hold down such a location. This endeavor also does not help our city in terms of the current eye we have on us from the Inquisition and the Golden Empire, looking down upon us from the types of people we host here, undead, vampires, devils, and the like. Associating ourselves with more of them, nonetheless a brothel full of whores, is not a good look. Not only that, this is Vix Inn's war. These people have no reason to come after Blackstone at this time. All they want is the Vix Inn. If we get involved, we may make some more enemies in the middle of a war we are already fighting, meaning we would have enemies on two fronts, which is not good for us. And coming to my point, if we do make more enemies from King Ray's old decision-making, this puts everyone in danger. Not only the citizens, but the guild as well. I think you can understand.
Right.
I don't wish to bring back bad memories, but I don't think you'd want your current friends ending up like the other ones.
Yeah.
All this to say, if King Ray is to ask anyone from the guild to be a mercenary for this battle, it would be best if they refused. And I think you'd be the best one to spread this message to the guild and its people.
Right.
Do you have any questions?
It's definitely a difficult sounding situation, I'll agree on that. On the one hand, you're absolutely right. It is a drain on resources, specifically funds to hire the mercenaries.
I hate to interrupt this, but I need to speak with you for literally only a minute, and then you can come back to this.
All right. Have them on. I'll be back.
Yep. I'll be here.
What's the matter?
Ray has gotten a letter from the Vixen. I'm letting you know.
Okay. Well, things might get more complicated, but go ahead with what you wanted to say.
As I was saying, on the one hand, you are definitely right. It would be a drain on funds and resources. And on the other hand, I can kind of see the logic Ray is making with this decision, because an indebted ally is more trustworthy than one you make in peace times. But
Absolutely. However, it is the nature of these allies that is the issue here.
yeah.
Ignoring the fact that they are vampires, it is a brothel.
I guess that definitely wouldn't look good to the Empire people. We're trying
would not.
to.
We're already not in good books with them. And we need to get a better reputation. I wouldn't put it in question as much if we were not in the middle of a war already. We are currently too busy to be dealing with more issues with the Empire and its Inquisition, as well as a possible second war on another front that we do not need at this time.
Right. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything I might be able to say to Ray to change his mind.
It's not Ray's mind that you need to change, it's simply warning the people of the guild, at least, not to participate in this war, this battle.
For what it's worth, I'm not sure. I know you mentioned before this isn't something you would bring to Bastic's attention directly, but Bastic and Ray do go back a long way ever
I am
since
aware.
Diamond City. So if anyone were to at least be somewhat successful in altering his decision or influencing his decision, it would be Bastic.
I believe Bastic and Lady Winter at this time might be the only people who are capable of this. Burke is currently in the north, as well as Miss Keon. So we are running low on people who are able to calm his, frankly, quick decision-making.
And how about this? Why don't, after we're done this meeting, why don't you go find Winter and explain the situation to her as well, and then I can do the same with Bastic.
I believe Winter is already
On
aware.
the same page. Okay, then I will focus on getting Bastic up to speed as well.
Thank you, Government. Right.
Welcome.
Well, unless you have anything else to say.
Not at this time. Statecraft is very complicated.
It is.
I will admit.
Well, if you need me, I'll be around. Typically around Lady Winter today, I believe. So.
Okay. Alright, sounds good.
Hi, Scobes and Rio. How's it going?
How do I put it? Try to like dull your senses around him as much as possible. Like emotionally understimulate him, I guess. Make yourself seem boring. That's I think what Dylan suggested, I guess.
Hi, sorry, I'm just on the phone.
Alright. I'm just checking in.
At least that's what Dylan said. And then also, Dylan annoys the fuck out of him. And apparently, she's actually
Well, seems like you've got your hands in a bundle at the minute. Apparently someone from the Empire, the Order of Books, is coming to visit, or has visited. It's with the King right now. Looks like the Lord Protector, but not.
Huh, actually this is news to me. I was unaware of this. Thank you for informing me.
It's kind of a creepy mask.
Yeah, he's got the same jacket like the Lord. Protector, but he's got like a weird mask, and well, his hands were human, so that's a bit of a dead giveaway as well.
Fair. Well, how are you faring though?
Oh, I'm doing alright. Just complimenting the lady here and her kind service she did for my men and the rest. They started painting bunny ears on their armor now. She
Well, what did you do?
helped save some of my, well, rescued some of my men after the Battle of the Fort. They, some were missing or wounded and couldn't make it back to camp, but she was able to locate them and get them medical attention.
I had heard.
Also found us a prisoner as well from the enemy, who's currently having the cells.
Really?
He just kind of walked up and collapsed in front of me, so...
My, someone has been busy, haven't they?
Once the prisoner is feeling better, I wish to speak with him.
Sure, we're doing what we can, but he's refusing to eat any food that we give him, so...
I'll
Still built like a fucking shit brick house, though. So, that doesn't change much. Oh, there's the king and the mysterious visitor.
Well, Sergeant, is there anything I can do to help you?
Nope, just getting some R&R in before heading back to the front lines, so...
Understandable.
Okay.
Right.
Oh.
Just getting briefed by the sergeant here. Well, actually, while we're here, Myrdin, may I pull you aside for a moment and speak to you?
Absolutely.
Could I make a recommendation, Mocking?
Of course.
Come on.
Would you be able to grant
us one moment.
Miss Elizabeth here a medal for her work that she's done in the north? She
I was gonna surprise her with one. Damn it.
She ended up going beyond the call of action, and after the battle was able to locate some of our lost soldiers and get the medical care that they needed.
I had a question for you, though I wanted to bring you aside because I didn't know if it would be awkward or strange, or how you might take it.
Sure, go ahead. Hello, Corvus.
Hey, Corvus. Could you afford us a moment, please, sir?
Alright.
Thank you. Apologize, I know this isn't the most discreet of places, but if Ray needs to attend, Ray mentioned needing to speak to a few people, so...
That is fine.
Must, then. I remember hearing what you said around the wedding, and I was thinking a little bit. It might not be as formal as one, but would you like to have the records officiate yourself and your girlfriend posthumously as married? I apologize if that's strange to ask, but I know that you care about her a lot, and it seems like she cares a lot about you, so... After hearing what you said, I thought I'd even be happy to make a passport for her.
That's very kind of you.
Even if it is more formal.
I would have to speak to her about it first.
Well, there's no rush, but I thought... Oh.
This is very kind of you,
You two are
Lady
very
Winter.
close, but it seems. Of course. Sorry if it was a little strange, but...
Well, it is, but I suppose I'll take something nice today. I appreciate it.
I don't know. I'm sorry if it's embarrassing,
No, it's not. It's not embarrassing. It's very sweet.
I just
Thank
know
you.
that...
I will
when
take it into
passed
consideration.
I know that there are some people, if they are devoted to one in the past if they really believed that person was the one true love for them. Can you give us a moment, Tony, please?
Okay.
If that person were to fall in battle, but they were truly loved or betrothed, then that person would marry them. It would be a little bit more symbolic than practical, but it would be a showing of devotion to one that they truly loved and cared about.
Of course. We'll have to speak on it. And if it is to go through, we will have to find a way to organize things, because I don't quite remember her
It
name.
wouldn't have to be... Oh. You know... You might not remember her name, but do you remember roughly where... Were you both from the same area, same village?
I believe she was from a neighboring village, but we are both from the Brotherhood of the Suns.
You know what we could do? Perhaps we could try to locate some records and look at names that corresponded roughly around the same time. Maybe we'd be able to figure something out. Remember a specific order she was a part of or a town she was in? It's not
We're in the
uncommon to
same
find
order.
records like that. Well, maybe we could try to find something then. If it's not too much, of course. I know some wounds are better left closed.
I wouldn't mind
I don't
going
wish to
back
also
to the
seem like
south,
I'm intruding.
but I'd rather with her first.
How about I make a deal with you? After you've spoken with your significant, perhaps if I were to make a diplomatic entourage to the south, you could accompany me.
I suppose it's a possibility. I do wonder if they have any records on her, but we'll see.
I'm getting a little ahead of myself anyways. I'm sorry.
It's
just
perfectly fine.
A couple of ideas, I guess, to stew on.
I
It's been
appreciate
a rough
them.
couple of weeks, so just let me know what you think, okay?
I will. Thank you very much.
We can head back. The little bunny there, I think, definitely deserves a medal.
Absolutely.
Well,
oh my god.
Little bunny hero of Blackstone.
Holy shit, I can't believe it.
I wasn't gonna just out there and say like the sergeant was, but after hearing that, yes, I was going to see about petitioning an award for you, but I was gonna try to keep it a little bit more discreet than that.
I mean, to be fair, you could have not said, oh, I was planning on doing that, because he was just saying, I would like to recommend. See?
Well, when he says it,
Sort of
when he just out there and says it in the first place, what do you think's gonna happen? Ooh.
Well,
not that. Don't worry, same thing happens to me. Hello again, Corvus.
I don't need
Something going on?
Yeah, we're just talking about this one here. She's a true hero, this one.
She saved quite a few Blackstone soldiers and even found a prisoner from the enemy.
So, none of that talk that we spoke about before, because you are very helpful. Yeah, I saw that.
Doing well, I hope, Corvus?
Yes, I do have one request.
Yes?
Yes.
Try not to call me by my name too much in public.
What are we supposed to call you?
Seems like a Donald.
Donald? Old Donny boy.
If you call me Donald, I will.
It's original.
The things I would do to you.
Do
No,
you
call me
have a name
Carlston.
you prefer? What? Karsten?
Carlston.
Carlston.
Carlston. Apologies. Okay, why, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, you see, I took this opportunity since I'm less recognizable, and why not profit from it? So I can walk into the guild, gather all the juicy gossip, and maybe get a couple people for the jail cell. It's quite lonely in there, you know?
But you sound the exact same.
Oh, I got something for that too, you know? Wanna hear it?
Sure.
Sure. Have you been doing voice training or something?
Well, I have functioning vocal cords at the moment, so yes, I guess you could say that.
Understood.
I just like the sound of this voice. Well said. Is this better?
Quite clear.
Oh. It is a bit more clear.
Well, it is more clear, but the other one makes my presence be known.
That's true. You won't have that same charm that we talked about.
What do you mean? I'm the most charming man in Blackstone.
Yes.
Very, very well, Carlston.
Yes, thank you. You can even shorten it and go Carl.
Sure thing, Carl.
Oh, that kills people.
We're taking the medal away.
I only stabbed him 27 times.
I have no idea what that reference is referring to.
We're taking the medal away, Elizabeth.
Banned. Banished.
How was I supposed to know that stabbing someone 27 times kills them?
I'm leaving. 28 stab wounds.
I'm gonna...
Come here, Winter.
I think I'm just gonna do a loop around.
Right.
How are both of you doing though?
I'm quite well.
Oh.
I managed to speak with Gabumon about the current issue at hand.
Thank you.
Which one?
Oh, you know, a certain establishment.
Oh, that one. I had an idea for that, but I would... yeah. We'll keep it brief.
I
Ray
have been told that he received a letter from the Vixen.
Who? Gabumon?
Ray.
Or Burke? Ray, I see. What did it say?
I don't know. You'll have to ask Kira.
Since you weren't here, allow me to give you the brief. Ray noticed that individuals within the Vixen were on their back foot, being vampires and stuff of the sorts. Ray, I believe, took a personal interest in their well-being, and since they're being targeted by what he called religious fanatics, he...
Is this magic that you're using?
No.
Not necessarily. It's more amplification of music.
Understood.
Of course, myself and Burke did not like the idea whatsoever, and I even had problems with the idea. But Ray attempted to reassure us that he would explicitly use volunteers and individuals from the guild to prop the war effort. that still didn't quite sit well with Burke, and admittedly me as well. However, I actually had an idea to hopefully have all of us find common ground in this that we all can benefit from, including the North.
Where was this fort being made? Or he wanting to build
Within
this fort?
within Vic's Inn territory.
It's a brothel.
Well,
That's the.
it's a brothel,
the
but it's a.
You know, like the whole being parent.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Is that the territory that we're helping with?
No,
It has nothing to do with us.
This is, for all intents and purposes, a complete another front that would be opened.
Oh.
In a completely different neck of the woods, not even within Altera, to my understanding. Against a completely different enemy. Well, okay. To keep it brief, Ray was proposing opening another front into a sister group, and yes, while they are a brothel, it is also the only area, seemingly, where individuals who are undead, demonic vampires, and stuff like that can.
It is also a fort that he wishes to take mercenaries to, and I believe mercenaries are not trained enough to hold a fort down. They are not trained soldiers, they are not trained guards, they are amateurs.
Not to mention, that fort would not only need to be completely built, unaccosted by the enemy. If the situation is as grim as it sounds, that is a very unlikely possibility. But then, once the fort is built, there would have to be troops there to garrison it, which, of course, unless they want to keep the mercenaries there the entire time, wouldn't be possible. So, I was going to come up with a proposition, but if you'll give me one moment, we can speak about that, and I'll speak to Ray as well.
I have some
Sorry to
ideas.
interrupt.
You're fine. How can I help you, Greg?
If you have a few moments, I was wondering if we could talk about the currency exchange machine. We're still missing
Sure.
a power converter for it.
Damn. Okay. Let's go up and check that out then. Come on. Follow me, you two. I know Gabumon was taking a look at things, and he saw that it would be a bit difficult to.
Yeah.
Well, not difficult,
He's a good
but-
kid.
Yeah, he is, absolutely. So, how can we go about attempting to route power into this? An idea I had would be to try to formulate a form of Magitech battery that could work off it, but...
That was what I was sort of wondering too. Another suggestion that Miss Kira actually mentioned was maybe setting up solar panels.
I was about to say.
Outside the wall, and running an extension cord to it, but that does seem a lot of work for one machine. So
I'm sure we can get with the engineers to build a battery that could run behind a barrier that would be shielded so nobody can get inside it and access it easily. We'd have to get with the Mechanicus though and get their crystals to power it.
Yeah. If you see Lord Mechanicus, Zil, can you mention this to him?
Gonna stop listening.
Getting a
My
Magitech
head
battery
already hurts.
and converter for the machine?
Of course, I'd love to.
Perfect. If we can get that set up,
Ready to
then
get up there?
we don't have to worry about
On top of it?
people not having gold anymore. You can just
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, that.
That sounds like a plan. I gotta head to the.
I've seen nothing.
Decided to rescind a report I made yesterday.
But
Thanks
yes,
for the headache.
what?
All those words. They were very confusing.
I was essentially just saying, let's get a way to power it.
It's something more archaic that I am more familiar with, but we are in the middle of the skies. Solar power would be easy, but wind power would be even easier.
Well, the only problem would be harnessing that wind power. We'd have to run something completely to the outside of the vessel, which I suppose could technically be possible, but honestly,
Sure.
I just think battery, put it in the back, protected by things, utilizing Magitech materials to power said
suppose.
thing. It would just be a bit easier
it
and more
works.
feasible. But I think you, yeah. Moving on. The alternate proposal I had to assisting the Vixen might prove interesting. I've noticed something. For what we have in the military, there is one specific thing I think we're lacking. I still need to iron out more of the details and of course speak to Ray and Burke about it, but back in the main timeline, I guess you could call it, at least of some Earths, prior to the Second Great War that took place, essentially pulling forces from all over the planet, two of the countries were able to get their militaries a bit trained early on a smaller conflict before the big one took off.
Could you repeat that?
The taxman has reported that the Tinkerer has paid his due of payment.
Understood. Right. It's just a report.
Okay, understood. So, with that being said, I had an idea for something similar, but not on such a grand scale. Ladies, I would like to propose the formation of the first Blackstone Special Forces Group. A group that is primarily designated on scouting and sabotage, whose primary role would be to help gather intelligence to provide for the people. This would help us twofold, as the Vixen conflict is a smaller one, and one that instead of us having to allocate mountains upon mountains of shaped stone, guns, ammunition, resources, funds, we could have small teams that could be in and out in the same day, specifically, sometimes without even firing a shot, to do nothing but explicitly help gather information to provide to the forces that we are assisting, while letting the guild and the Vixen people themselves handle the heavy lifting. This also gives the Special Forces unit some practice for assistance in the more pressing conflict, the North.
However, we are still, as far as I know, under at least a close eye from the Empire and the Inquisition. I believe associating ourselves with these people is not going to help, not ignoring their nature, their jobs. It's not the best of looks.
They're not all that way. If anything, if I'm understanding things correctly, the fact it's a brothel is more of a unfortunate side effect of things, not a primary, yes, this is it, chief. From what it sounds like, and I could be completely misinterpreting the situation the wrong way, this order has a complete stranglehold on the environment, and they're actively witch hunting individuals like you, Ray, and them. So,
Winter?
yes,
Important matter, I have to speak to you 4 eyes.
of course. Where should we meet?
3rd floor.
Understood. We will continue this conversation later. Perhaps I will speak to Ray about it though while I'm up there.
I have some ideas in regards to it as well.
We'll speak about that.
Yeah, I'll mention it later.
As much as I appreciate her efforts, I don't think the Golden Empire will care much for the details of what this house is.
From how I'm seeing it, from what I've seen back home, because naturally back home there are some nations that aren't particularly fond of individuals like myself. And a brothel was generally the place where you would find folk like myself. And that's just how it is, because it's a place where people of all types are accepted. So it's sort of just something.
That is the issue, isn't it? Blackstone is one such place, and we are under scrutiny for it. So, another location as the Vixen would cause more issues, more than anything. Regardless of what we do, if we insert the name Blackstone in any operation we do there, it is most likely going to taint this reputation that is so fragile at the moment.
There are other ways to help without officially helping.
There is.
The fort idea, from what I'm guessing from what Winter said, they're possibly looking at a full stone fort.
Yes, they are.
Well, there is other ways. You can build my people. I can offer a design in a way of forts that my people make. It's a smaller fort, and it uses wood, and it's still sturdy, defensible.
It would be a more of a key point than a fort, but I see where you're coming from. I'm looking for Kira.
With Kira, she might be down in our store.
She might be.
Has been chosen by.
Oh, there's a good spot.
I understand where you're coming from, Miss Elizabeth. It's simply that, regardless of what we do, as long as it has our signature on it, it's not going to fly well with the Empire, no matter what.
And that is the other part of it. That's just the fort part, where resources are concerned, as the wood would just be taken from the surrounding area, and then you have a position where you can then build a stone fort. The side of it where it's, what's the word? A political issue. You can send a group of soldiers, say, officer, a few sergeants, to train mercenaries or those, what's the word? I lost the word.
Doesn't seem like she's in here. Yes?
Are you free to perhaps go to the second floor right now?
Yes, I am. I'll be on my way.
Alright, I'll let you there.
Right then.
I'm gonna check something up at the top of the hill. I saw something, so.
Alright. If you see Miss Kira, tell her to wait for me. I'm on the second floor.
I'll let her know.
Yes.
Your presence is requested on the second floor. Oh, but Myrdin, before you go up there, I need to speak to you about a little thing real quick. It's just a private matter. It's in regards to the wedding. It's personal. It's quite an embarrassing story, honestly. I got really drunk, so if you...
She goes up now.
Alright.
I'll be back. You're requesting my presence.
Yes, I am. He reaches into a pocket and pulls out a letter.
A letter?
As you take a look on it, it is the letter you sent it to the guild.
Yes? What about it?
Explain.
Well, your decisions are ones I question, and I thought that warning the guild about a potential second war front with the Vixen might cause issues and troubles and dangers for them. And I felt like they should know.
What you did in this letter. You acted against my order. You tried to undermine a deal I have struck in name of Blackstone within the guild, weakening a fort to help someone who needs it. And all of that behind my back. Other would be to make such decisions be a task for the lords. Didn't you also work behind my back, but also behind the back of the Lady of the People? But I'm not sure. Was the Lord Protector aware of it?
Yes. That I was going to speak with Gabumon, yes.
So he knows that you wrote this letter.
He knows I was going to speak with him. I wrote this letter so I would be able to speak with Gabumon. If that is an issue, I would like to know why.
That is an issue. Because you was acting behind my back against my order.
Because I wish to speak with Gabumon, and wrote a letter for that.
Did you read what you wrote into that letter?
I'm very aware of what I wrote, and I'm aware of my opinions, King Ray.
That is not an opinion, that is acting actively against the order of mine. A decision made by the king.
Someone sent that person.
Madam, could I possibly ask you to head downstairs for a bit? There's a meeting occurring at the moment. You can come with me when finished.
Or am I wrong?
I don't understand how having doubts on a decision, even made by someone like you, my king, and simply wishing
It is not about having doubts.
and simply wishing to tell the guild, who is a valuable asset to Blackstone, that they might have dangers coming, how that is an issue. I think they are allowed to know that.
You are not to make such decisions. You was interfering with business I ordered. I strike deals. With the hope of undermining such deals.
Which order exactly
Which would
does not
force
allow
me-
me to speak with the guild?
When I decide to help someone and strike deals and contracts to make it happen, and someone else going behind my back speaking to that person in the hope of them canceling that contract.
Is that what I did with
That
Gabumon?
is-
Did you make a deal with the guild? Because if so, I was not aware.
I did with Bastic.
And I didn't speak with Bastic, did I?
He's the guild master.
And I spoke with Gabumon, who is the guild representative.
You served as well, but I cannot tolerate such behavior.
I simply don't see where the problem is, my king.
I explained it to you. Maybe the Lady of the People wants to say something of it to this decision too.
Myrdin, if you believed there was something that should have been discussed, attempting to have a rendezvous in private with Gabumon, I would have been more than happy to have been there with you.
I had the approval of the Lord Protector, and I wanted to have this meeting in private because it was about a matter that should not possibly be discussed in public.
Then we could have come to a private forum, my dear. I have that authority. And Well, Gabumon's position is as a guild representative and the primary liaison to the town. Ray is correct. At the end of the day, Bastic is the guild leader. I would have been more than happy to have helped facilitate this.
As mentioned, you have served well, which means in some sense there's not going to be a punishment, but you are discharged from the guard.
Really?
Yes. You will be issued 3 months payment in advance.
I do not care about your payment. You are discharging me from the guard after having served in the war, nearly dying for your cause, and you are discharging me over a conversation I had with the guild representative with a deal you had made that I was not aware of.
Discharging you for going behind my back.
While you go everyone else's backs, making deals that we don't know of. Do you think I would have done? Do you think I would have had that conversation if I had known of the guild's deal with Bastic?
Please silence when you speak to me. I do not have any need to explain what I do to you. What I did, I explained to the lords before I did. This gives not you the single right to take any actions against it.
My king, if I may, interjects.
You may not.
In a middle.
Be on your way.
Disgraceful. You'll have the pleasure to know I've been discharged for having a conversation with Gabumon about the possible dangers of this liaison with this brothel. By the king himself, no less.
Okay. Well then, well, I guess you see where Kira is.
We have to talk.
Myrdin? Yes, Myrdin? Where shall we go to have this talk?
We can go to your shop.
Alright.
Myrdin, could you meet me in the library?
Oh, excuse me. Orvis is calling me in the library. Perhaps you could come as well if you wish.
Shall we go to the... That would probably be better, because there's only one door in and out, so Elizabeth can watch it for you.
Yes.
Wonderful.
We have a situation up at the bathhouse. We have 2 individuals with weapons out, as well as getting shot at.
Oh, that's a shame I'm discharged. Not dealing with that.
We're not going into the library. I feel like...
Fair enough.
That stranger might have access to the guns.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ. I flexed a
You
good
can go
bit.
up this ledge, can't you? First of all, now that it's just us three right here. Are you a fucking idiot? Why did you send a letter?
Because I wished.
You know how hard it is for me to protect you when you have a letter with such wording?
Be quiet.
I couldn't interject because the king.
Just give me a moment. This is why I'm wearing my glasses. Okay, talk.
I couldn't interject because the king was so angered by your letter, and you took a horrible timing to do this. Otherwise, I would have proposed a disciplinary action instead of you stripping you right away from your rank because we don't need that right now. Why did you send a letter with specifically that wording? It's really hard for me to try to solve this at the moment, and I need to be on my best behavior now too, because I can't take the chance of acting against him at the moment now.
Well, because it's the opinion I held, and I will not go against that.
Yes, and you know what I do when I have an opinion against the king? I privately mention it to people, because words out of your mouth can't easily be traced from the source or used as evidence. You understand what I mean?
I understand what you mean.
And look, I'm not your enemy here, because we both somewhat want the same thing. I don't want you out of the guards, for example.
Please be quiet. All right. Glasses. Elizabeth can watch it for you. Because it looks so different. It's very dumb and stupid.
Yes, do us a favor.
I shall. Just gonna cast silence. There.
Now I can talk openly.
If this is the decision he wishes to make, even if I know it is not a good one for the current situation we are in, it is a mistake he will have to make if he wishes to make it. I will simply not go to the north anymore.
And you see how that's an issue for me.
I know. I am aware how that is an issue. And it's also an issue for him. If he wishes to go through with this mistake, then let him.
It's also an issue to Burke that I might be able to use at the moment. That would be a good argument. But, fact of the matter is, I want you back in the guards, because I don't want you discharged. At the moment, it's horrible timing, especially with Burke. And what do you want to do?
I'm here to be serving under what the Lord Protector has told me to come for. Which was originally the North War. I do not have any particular loyalty to this city, more so to him. I wouldn't wish to be kicked out.
The situation's been somewhat resolved. I could use some guardsmen in here for...
I do not wish to be discharged from the guards, as it is a position that is useful to me and to him.
Alright. And look, I'm gonna try to solve this and get you back into the guards. I'm gonna tell him that I've already seized your communication device, so low profile with that. I'm not gonna take it, you can keep it, but low profile with that. You understand?
I understand.
And you owe me. You owe me if I succeed in this.
Of course.
And I owe you for the silencing spell. But that's something we can do later. Where's the Lord Protector right now?
In the north was Miss Keon.
Alright, I will try to solve this matter. But it's a huge fuck up. It's a horrible timing. His sister is married to Conrad. He had that fight with the Lord Protector and now that letter with you. But I will try to use it in any way or shape. Fuck.
If anyone
Also,
asks why,
I was gonna...
if anyone asks if they have seen my silencing spell and asked why you allowed me to do it, you did not wish to embarrass her by yelling in front of other people or raising a voice in front of other people. You got me here to silence the area.
Choice. Yes, thank you. Also, I was gonna warn you, but it seems that our lovely king has acquired himself a little sniffing dog. The man with the mask.
I figured.
Which I will try to deal with. I don't like dogs that sniff around blindly. And I will deal with that too. There's multiple things I have to deal with right now. But stay in low profile. And you don't have to deal with this, but if you get back into the guards, try to make it seem like you're loyal at least. Because I know you're only loyal to work.
I will try to make it seem as I am.
Alright, thank you for your time. And I will be on my way. Next time I request for us to meet at the library, we're gonna meet right here again. Alright?
Understood.
Yeah, thank you.
So you've been discharged?
By the king himself.
What's this letter they speak of?
It is a letter I put to the guild house to speak with Val'Morei about the king's decision-making and how it involved something that may put the guild in a dangerous position, which I thought would be wise for them to know about, considering they are a good asset to this city.
I see.
He didn't like this letter because I went behind his back to cancel out a deal he made with Vastic that no one knows about, of course.
I see.
Canceling the deal, whatever that may have been, was not the intention of this. My intention of speaking with Val'Morei was to warn them about a potential danger with this plan he has with his brothel. I wasn't even aware of a deal.
I understand. Alright. When we're ready to close, you will come to my apartment and we will have a discussion. But I need to stop this silencing spell before anyone else gets suspicious.
Of course. Thank you.
If anyone asks, I gave you a talking to about being troublesome while your Lord Commander was away. I raised my voice at you, but gave you the respect of doing it in a silenced bubble. No one needed this, Myrdin.
I am aware. If I had known that the king had a deal with Bastic, I would have phrased it entirely differently.
I know you would have.
The king seems to be acting out of his pure emotions at the moment. But that is his mistake to make.
Everyone does at some point. All right. Well, this is going to be a boring day for you.
Well, better to watch when chaos unfolds. If he wants to get rid of his best guards, then so be it, and the city will fall into disarray. That is not my problem anymore. I will head up now.
Understood. Be safe, Myrdin.
Of course.
I mean it.
You too.
How do you know they're not dead?
You know, I'm taking the piss.
It appears that she is fluxed.
It's fucking warm in here. Holy shit. No, I'll just go here. Ugh.
And no one's behind the bar. Like always. It's what the fuck. Okay. In order. Yep, that's the blood. Okay. Castle's replaced. Good.
Good thing.
Yep. Everything alright?
Oh yes. Simply having been discharged as the newly appointed Knight Lieutenant, as you do, getting rid of your best guards is always a wise decision from a king. I'd like some blood if you have any.
I got you.
Thank you very much.
If you need any refills today, let me
Pardon?
know. Or if you just want the whole thing.
Oh, it's fine. I'll have one glass.
It's still working.
Okay.
Yeah, true.
What?
I was just curious. The illusion still works.
Welcome to the bar.
Yeah.
Good day.
Details seem
Johnson
to be still
food?
gone, so on, so.
I'm good.
You sure? I mean,
I've
we're
got-
here. I don't need to eat,
yes.
but like, enjoy it.
I've got the blood bag in.
My
Oh my
favorites.
god, I'm gonna get stuck in the grass.
Hi.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, it's a tall crowd.
Wow.
Yeah,
Which
doing
one's
alright,
your
just
favorite?
Perfect fighting
Damn.
place.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the boss, obviously. He gave me the job.
Cool. Do we have
I mean, you pick your favorites, but
a
that
pen
does not mean my meals will
in the
not
store?
be equal
Standard
flavor.
Blood bag in.
Ben and what?
Yeah, I've got. Wait,
Like
You still got
for
blood bag in?
me to
You still got blood bag in?
to write,
Maybe.
so I
Was it-
can get
Oh,
good at
Give me the blood bag. He's my little.
Yeah. There is an unintended ink on
Blood bag.
an ink pen
You alright, Bob?
in the shop.
Okay, you're going into the bag of
I will
holding.
borrow the pen and then I'm gonna practice with like normal ink first, I guess.
It's fine. I'll get you your own blood bag.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And take care of it.
Fine.
After all, you can also
Just
enchant it
remember they refill.
afterwards.
So no more pickpocketing. Okay.
No.
Well,
I would have
thank you.
hoped that was a lesson that I didn't have to teach.
Yep. Don't spill
We
ink
ain't
all over the place.
Fenrir, we ain't. Yes.
If I do, I will clean it up.
Like, ain't no commoners. We don't go around pickpocketing.
I only pickpocket. The only people I pickpocket from would probably be Umbra and. Probably
Okay, that's fair.
Because, God damn it.
Oh, wait. Do
Hi.
not mention her here.
Chef, you're here.
Please.
Oh.
I have enough cobwebs coming through here as is.
He's always watching.
Ugh.
Oh, you
I am
missed it
everywhere.
earlier. There was a fucking cat that was staring at the tin can man with the blonde hair. It just was death staring him.
3 credits.
Like he said something to the cat, and then the cat just turned around slowly and just death stared him, and then climbed up on the roof, and then continued to death stare him. I think that cat was stuck in a box for a while because it was a bit
One state.
square.
Let me get you your fork.
Stuck in a box. Is it Schrodinger's cat? is that what you
I
saw?
don't know.
Is the cat alive or dead? Or don't we know until we open the box? But then if it's box shaped, then
No, but like it's like square. It was like a square cat. It was like.
wait,
you know
square
those,
or cube?
Paper
Was
craft.
it 2D or 3D, Fenrir?
It was like a
It's
cube.
important.
It was
Okay.
3D, but like it was a cuboid cat. Like it was like just I don't know.
And you're in luck,
Yeah,
too.
good to know.
It smells like
I was
Thank you for
worried
fresh
that it
flowers
was a
and one
2D
stock.
cat, and I
A
will not
bunch of new
accept
meats
2D
and a bunch of new tastes.
What kind of meat you
Most of the meals look the same and are
I
prepared,
don't know why I won't accept a 2D cat.
but we got some nice ones from yesterday. My friends, Krusty and Carno, they went out to a event, a nature walk.
Ah, that
Well, that turned into literal hell.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
chaos thing.
And they collected a bunch of martial parts. Hydra, some other things,
Where'd that guy go?
and Nergigante pieces. I didn't expect them to bring that.
Corvus, could you make your own research now, please?
Pause.
Or
I
some
smashed
COVID.
a dragon. 2 fire dragons and an Arcanus Draconis.
I'll
A
try
big fire dragon, basically. Would you like to taste one of them? I'll put it in the form of a carnivore special. If you're willing to pay as well.
Yeah, how much would that be?
The carnivore special is 350. You may need the fork still.
That's worth it.
Okay then. I was gonna say I'll just drop it down to 250 for today.
That's fine.
How?
Too much.
In the middle of 275.
And Carnivore Special coming up with the newest Arcanist Draconis Special. This is a neat technical prepare. But you know the drill? Pick one of the larger tables. You fool will be ready in a minute. Okay. Well, the bar is also open. What can I help you with?
I was just wanting a drink.
Just so you are all aware, the blacksmith is being fined for the use of illegal magic. If she is to repeat this offense, you have permission to arrest them.
Oh, don't want to put that up there. I just poured that. Sample juice.
Thank you. Also, I don't want a soup. I just want to know how much a soup is.
A soup can be round to 10 to 15 credits.
Okay. I had one earlier, but the bar guy never took my money, so here you go.
Oh, okay. It's probably Angel. Big guy looking Spartan-like armor.
Yeah, he forgot, I think. To be fair, on his account, there were some weird things being said around here that were very distracting. So I wouldn't...
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm just opening the package. Down on the counter. Hey, yo! Finally. Alright, let me get that meal. Coming around. Now, what table did he pick? Ah, there. One carnivore special. Who are the lucky man here?
Are you eating all of that, Jack?
It's a dragon.
That's more
It's
than...
a special dragon, too. Which means it's... Besides, I'm a vampire.
If you would like to join him, I suggest
yeah,
grabbing
you're
a
more than
fork
welcome
and
to
knife.
join.
Are you sure? I mean, that's...
If you don't finish it, I will.
Well,
And we can always pack it up for later. I have leftover bags.
Yeah.
In containers.
A lot
But
of
this
food.
meat is the Arcanus Draconis. A very fiery meat. And you do not need hot sauce. The spices and aroma that emanates off the main meat that's in the middle is enough to satisfy any iron tongue person.
Oh, I wouldn't say I have an iron tongue, but... Oh,
Well,
what? There he goes.
I would say then, avoid eating the center and make your way into it. Or start from the top and slowly get down to it. Like
I'm
always,
more than happy to watch how
enjoy your meal.
you eat all of this, Jack, so...
I love my job.
You still have the communication devices for the comms.
No, Corvus has taken those away from me.
I'm having headaches, left, right, and center.
If you want me to repeat, Corvus has taken those away from me.
I'll make sure.
Let's not harass her. I can cover this, with all due respect.
Excuse me for now. I might return.
Oh, Myrdin. I'm so sorry this happened.
It's not your fault. Trust me, had I known that the king had a deal with Bastic, this would have been worded differently. In no way could I have gone against his deal without knowing there was one in place. I don't understand what his reasoning is.
Myrdin, you know that myself and the Lord Protector, if it's something from Ray, you could have come to me if you had grievances, and we could have aired this out to him together. I'm not chastising you, I'm just...
I'm aware.
We could have handled this together. I'm on your side. I'm on the side that sees us all still here together.
If he wishes to make double down on this decision, which I believe is a mistake, considering my efforts in the city and in the war, then so be it.
I can do what I can to try to speak to him to maybe turn it into a suspension.
That would be fine, that would be better, absolutely.
I can't promise I can get something, but I'm trying to turn it into a good faith clause, where you, in your defense, got permission from one of the lords to carry out this. As such, I'm trying to help. Spin this in a way to help. I promise.
Of course.
I'm very sorry.
You don't have to be sorry.
Still.
If it doesn't work,
well, much is true,
and he accepts this decision he made, and so be it. And he will have gotten rid of his newly appointed Knight Lieutenant, any Lord's Guard that has been in the city every single day since I've arrived. If he wishes that to be the case, then it is his decision to make. And if it causes issues, that will be his problem, not mine.
I'll still see what I can do.
Of course.
Because the reality of the matter is, it might not even stop at you.
Well, if he wishes to get rid of the guards, his city will just turn to chaos.
It's not the guard. It's not the guards, plural. It's Burke.
That would be another mistake.
All I can do is try. At the end of the day, he's the head of everything.
Of course.
I'm sorry, Myrdin.
You don't have to be sorry.
The whole Burke clause isn't a guarantee, but he did allude to it being a possibility.
It's strange that he wants to get rid of the Lord Protector, considering how useful he has been in the middle of a war at that. That would be more than a mistake, it would be fatal, I think. With no one to lead the war, there is nothing we can do. So...
somebody like myself or him would have to take over the effort.
With all due respect, I think the Lord Protector currently is the best we can have for this.
No offense taken. Do you need anything? It's the least I can offer.
I suppose my job would be nice. No, but not particularly.
I can try. I'll see what I can do.
I will lay low.
Hello, Gabumon.
Hello, Gabumon. I will keep laying low, and I will not get involved in any chaotic situation in the city, if that's what he wishes.
I'll do what I can.
Is everything okay?
Not quite. Your little rendezvous was found out.
How was it found out?
He didn't specify. Gabu, if something like this happens, I'm on the side of the town. I would have been more than happy to serve as a mediator between everyone. It would have been easy. It would have been wiser if we had him involved in this. He's the one who ordered it, and trying to do things secretly and clandestine is subterfuge. Can't be doing that, hon. You're not in trouble. Just please. Your concerns are warranted. I assure you. I don't fault the content.
The only issue I have mostly is him mentioning that deal that is so important and I was supposed to be aware of to not go against it, which I had no idea was at all in place. This rendezvous had nothing to do with that deal, and there is no way it could have gone against his word and that deal if I had not known about it. I didn't know about it. So.
Was there
Yes,
a public, at least to the guards, announcement about this?
I am uncertain. I just know that myself, Burke, and Ray were together when Ray first proposed this.
Because if she didn't know that the deal was already struck...
I was only told about the deal with the Vix Inn. That is all I knew. And I have not gone to the Vix Inn. I've gone to Val'Morei.
Ray did say he would use mercenaries, and he alluded to the guild to do, achieve the goal in the meeting that we had. But as far as whether or not he had, actively spoken to Bask at that point is beyond my understanding.
So at the end of the day, she didn't know that there was an actual deal already worked out, finalized.
I'll see about speaking to Ray, but I think doing it now might be ill-timed.
He's thinking with his emotions.
Yes.
Let things cool down. Calm heads and all.
I'm gonna go back and continue my walk.
Stay safe, Winter.
Take care, Myrdin.
If I'm gonna, you're thirsty or hungry for it's gonna be.
I'm okay, thank you.
Okay, just wanna be sure.
Oh, hello, Gabumon.
I'm sorry this happened.
Don't apologize, it's not your fault.
I still feel bad about it though.
Of course, so does Winter, but it is neither of you two's fault. If there is anyone to blame, it is myself with the strong wording, and personally King Ray, considering a deal that was not made aware to anyone. Whether or not it is a deal that only the lords are aware of, it seems even Lady Winter wasn't aware of properly. So. Regardless, if he wishes to get rid of an asset that has risked her life in the war and has attended every single day in the city, keeping the lords safe, so be it. That is his decision.
If there's no one behind the bar, I'll reach over and then we can tip the
And if it hurts the city, then it hurts the city.
Myrdin, if you're not able to work in the city anymore, you're more than welcome to come to the guild. I can put in a good word for you with Bastic.
Maybe some whiskey.
I appreciate the offer, but I don't think this is quite what I'm
This is his first drink.
made for.
Well, offer will stay open in case you ever change your mind.
Of course.
Fuck yeah.
I appreciate it.
We've got Harambe with a hat on serving us, sir. This is the best fucking restaurant I've ever been to. It's an honor to meet you, sir. Not being racist, I'm making a joke here, trying to lighten up my mood. I just got shot at for half an hour.
It's fine.
You got a name, man? That's fair. That's fair. You got a name, brother? Chef? Alright, Chef. Pleasure to fucking meet you.
He's gonna slide.
Cheers.
Pleasure to meet you too. Any guys covering the mouth?
Thank you.
You know, sir, you could wear that shit like a hat.
Would you two like any meals today? Don't call me chef for nothing. I make some pretty mean appetites. Well, depending on how big your stomach is. I make some pretty mean chicken burger steaks, a carnivore's meal, and some seafood paradises. They're a hefty price.
Alright.
Get a drink, just like a milk or something.
Yeah, I'll get a coffee.
With some side soups and stuff. It could whatever drink you request.
If you have things to do, you're more than welcome to go. I'm far away.
Okay. If you're sure.
Of course.
I'm gonna head
I appreciate the worry, Gabumon. Stay safe.
If there's anything I can help you with, you know you can just ask.
Of course.
Anytime.
I'll take to the point class.
No offense, ma'am. I've never seen anything like you guys before. Genuinely, this is fascinating.
Hi, Gabumon. I'm giving them a
Sorry.
Right.
I'm also pretty.
On behalf of my man here, I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
From the 1980s.
No, it's like 25 there for you. You know, it's not cheap.
Place where you can enjoy yourselves.
Cool. Is there anything I can help you with, guys?
Oddity.
Alright, sir.
No, look, I got you one ups every time. I can always say I'm a sober Irishman.
Has been very informative.
That's fucking true.
What do you got?
I'm a freaking unicorn.
I'm coming to Blackstone, and I hope to see you around. I have to go because of my shop, so bye guys.
Ah, damn.
Toodles.
Hey, chef.
Yep. Thank you very
Get
much.
everyone
Jose.
around on me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Everyone's drinks are on me.
Really? I thought they were on the countertop.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I'm finished. Thank you. No, I'm quite alright.
It was far too fucking edgy half the time.
Hey, fucking
Like,
hey, clink that shit, brother.
What's the name? Help me.
I don't know.
Can't quite reach.
Well, I'm gonna say this right now, you probably shouldn't have said that here, but alright. Welcome to Blackstone. Hey, if you're getting a drink, this
You need to get
guy's
your
covering
handout.
it.
It's on me.
Handout.
You're lucky I pay
There's
well.
like 40 gold. Make sure to give a tip.
Free, so.
Oh yeah, sir, I get paid well. Not sure for the last contract, 1.5 million.
Hello.
I still don't think that was worth it.
I still don't think that was worth it.
Okay.
That's his break.
Well, hello.
Sparta the chef
Hello?
hats.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I was.
Sir,
That
you
was.
want some of this bread?
That was one of our acquaintances. I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Cheers, bro.
I'm doing alright. Thanks for asking. I don't know, I figured no one said hello back, so hello back.
Oh, well, thank you. I very much appreciate that.
Hello there.
Oh, rest for the wicked, is it?
Would you like anything from the bar?
Actually, very much remind me of. Very much remind me of my niece.
All fucking crazy and shit. That's dope as fuck. Man, I wish I had shit like that.
Mate, where are you from?
Me, I'm from 1964. Special Operations, United States government. Now, on contract, however, very contract.
Okay.
Yes, you are correct.
I thought Chips was the
Oh.
overseer.
Then I'll probably
Why you look
ask
so down,
Jags
huh?
and
Times
Chips
have
their
changed.
personal requests.
Yes, well, King Ray told me the commission that he wants me to make. Something like getting some type of, thingy that I can maybe.
Why are you dressed in blue
Maybe?
Kool-Aid? Fuck you. This is my cool ass army, little fucking mini toy bitch.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright, that's racist.
I think that's what people I'm not much of a tech guy, but I
Yeah,
could
well,
probably
it's
use
better
some,
than
yeah.
racism, Paris, okay? It's
Very
better than
nice.
racism.
Good help. Yeah, you're probably right.
Very much so is.
Blue
Kool-Aid,
let me say a racist.
Yeah, exactly. It's something around the wrist. Yeah.
Exactly.
What are you?
Making a fresh
What do you mean, what am I? I'm an off.
What are
Of
you?
course, secret to the way in.
Quick question, do you know where Kira is? I'd like to have her here too.
She was in the tavern, but she's left, so I don't know where exactly she is.
Alright. If you could follow me real quick.
Oh, Christ.
They usually have like a barrier thing up last year.
I managed to get something sorted, but you're not gonna like it.
Right.
So, I have talked with the king, and a possibility he might accept is to give it a week. And if you have proven your loyalty, reconsider your discharge. And you're not gonna like it, because you have to prove that you regret your actions and swear loyalty to him.
How does he want me to do this?
He has not specified, but what I would say is perchance take it to a more extreme.
What do you suggest exactly?
But I suggest that today you stay low profile. Tomorrow we could consider what I would do is grovel. It is the lowliest act you can do, but most effective. If I were you, Sviden,
What did you say? Sorry, my ears rang a bit.
I would say grovel. Grovel down on the floor, asking for forgiveness at a certain point. But what I would also mention is the poor structure of the Lord's Guard, that the position of Knight Lieutenant may have risen to your head, and there was no clear explanation of how high your authority goes, things like that. And you don't have to mean it.
I suppose.
Maybe to help you consider it, let me just mention that I know your loyalty lies with Burke. But due to this, Burke might be in troubles.
I was told. And do you think if he decides to discharge Burke in the middle of the war, that would be fatal?
Yes, I believe so too. Which is why I tried to calm him down. Confirm that he might be agitated, and try to find a middle ground. Which I have somewhat found. The only problems is that you and Burke have to be extremely careful with how you proceed with things.
Right.
And show him loyalty. That's the issue at the moment. And the reason I'm telling you this is because due to your current situation, or as I would call it, slight fuck up, I can't proceed with my own plans.
Right. When do you suggest that I do this again?
I would say keep a low profile today, and perhaps at the end of the day when it's peaceful. Or tomorrow. Giving you some time so you can think of like a possible excuse. Grovel beneath him and say that find some excuses, swear your loyalties, ask for forgiveness first. If you need an excuse, you can work with me and we'll make something up.
Perhaps that would be wise.
Yes. But the fact of the matter is, he doesn't want to disrupt this hierarchy, the hierarchy within the guards. But with this, he is heavily affecting it. So that is perhaps a thing he will reconsider.
Alright. Do you have any ideas for excuses?
Well, my idea for an excuse is, with the absence of both Keon and the Lord Commander, the position of Knight Lieutenant may have risen to your head, and you assumed that since there's no other commanding officer, you took the position of commanding officer. With this, you can put partial blame on the hierarchy of the guards, and I could specify that the hierarchy of the Lord Guard is quite broken and torn, which could work in your favor.
Of course.
The other one would be talking with the government, but not giving him what I think you were gonna say, but something light, something potentially innocent.
Mm-hmm.
We would have to think about that, but what could be? I might know. You could go to government and advertise the fixin to them. Because by order, the guards were asked to help around there, and going against the order is you perhaps getting a third party involved. That might work. Might be a bit stupid, but it might work.
Well, the nature of the conversation was, well, I was not aware of the deal he had made with Mastic, so I don't understand how I could have gotten against it without having the knowledge of its existence. What I was simply doing was suggesting to be cautious about applying to this battle that King Ray wants to do. I don't believe it goes against the deal. I don't know what the deal is, but I don't believe warning about a possible danger is going against the deal.
The issue here is the wording you used in the...
Of course, the wording I used is very strong. And if I had known there was a deal, I would not have worded it that way.
Yes. No, you also worded literally it might be against the interest. Or and such things. So that's bad, but we can solve this probably. Let me just say this, I know you and Burke are planning something. I don't know what, but I know you two are planning something. And honestly, I feel like the planning is going well, the execution is going horrible. So I suggest working on that. Finding someone who can plan well and execute well is the tricky part, but you guys can manage.
For the day, I will remain low. If
yes.
Anything, I might try tomorrow. Or tonight.
If anything, just try to have a conversation with the government, but with a...
Well, I have already.
Onto it. Oh.
He was told what happened due to the conversation, and he regrets that it happened.
Yes, just keep a low profile. Also, the guy with the mask is a watchdog sent by the Order, and he's closely related to the music box, so keep an eye out for him.
Alright.
He is planning something and I don't know what, but I don't like it. Thank you for your time. I will go off ahead, and afterwards you can go too. I will speak to you again.
Of course.
Speak to me.
How can you have said
I know, baby boy. I know.
Next time there's gonna be a ball. Next time there's balls in here. That should be what I
Hello, Cassandra.
I figured if I waited here long enough, one of you would eventually show up.
Well, I have been quite busy getting discharged and all that.
What?
The conversation I was to have with Gabumon, I had sent a letter to the guild house to make him aware of this possible conversation. Somehow, the king has gotten his hands on this letter, and I'll admit there is strong wording. He accuses me of going against his order and a deal he made with Bastic, which I was not aware of. Therefore, I could not have gone against that deal, not having had knowledge of it. But, acting upon his emotions, he has decided to discharge me. And later today or tomorrow, I will have to possibly grovel at his feet to beg for my job back, prove my loyalty to him. For now, I'm staying low for the day.
So I'm not gonna get arrested for sitting on the stairs.
I can't arrest you. I'm discharged.
I know, but I'm just saying, would I get arrested?
I don't think so. I don't think we've arrested anyone for sitting on the guard's back stairs.
Oh, Skittles. Wait, take a moment, just breathe. Just take a moment and breathe.
Due to the fact that I am loyal to the Lord Protector, he might also be in trouble because of this, but
Oh, goodness me.
Chris is trying to find middle ground for it.
That Skittles ever.
And do you like the suit?
Oh, goodness me.
Would I like to what?
Alright, Seagull, don't get
The
in
suit,
your
I
fucking
figured
face.
I'd need one. Because I'm not gonna go prancing around in armor and I don't, I don't
I'm not sure.
You don't like the suit?
No.
Hmm?
No, not particularly.
I am gonna go for a walk. Come on.
So you prefer me in the armor?
I do like armor, overall. Well, other people here are in armor. They either work for the guild or are just passing by. It's not particularly illegal.
I know. It's just
Yes.
that people will mistake me because not everyone knows that my previous status has been revoked.
Yes. I will lay low for the rest of the day and we'll see if I muster up the courage to grovel before the king. I would like my job back after all.
Are you a vegan? What is that?
Well, I suppose if you join me in waiting here long enough, maybe he'll show up and we can talk to him.
Perhaps.
I happen to be very good at waiting.
well, regardless, I hope you're doing alright.
Yes, I would say I am. Has he informed you that our visit was fruitful?
Informed me of what?
Our visit was fruitful.
I was told that he had received a letter from the Blackstone, so I assume it was.
I didn't even see both of you. So, how are my two favorite ex-guards doing?
Great.
Wow, I'm detecting a lot of sarcasm.
A little.
Relatively fine of it, they however are not.
So here you go again.
I am fine, they are not.
Yes, I know.
Reporting for duty?
Yes, welcome aboard.
5 laps?
Where have you been? Yes, 5 laps.
Okay, alright, I shall start on. I was preoccupied, I'm sorry. I do apologise. Anyways, I've got 5 laps.
You're right, have fun.
You know, I bet
I'm
if
off
he
this
didn't say
position.
that, he wouldn't have had to do the 5 laps.
I mean, he proposed it himself.
So why would you refuse?
Because I'm not benevolent. I should have given him 4 laps, honestly.
I don't remember you looking at this.
Of course you don't.
I must have missed something.
Yeah, you missed something grandiose, Tuesday. But don't worry, a lot of people don't know I look like this, and it's quite helpful.
You look handsome.
Thank you. I always look fancy. Also, Myrdin, do you, now you can stop.
You didn't hear me.
No, you didn't hear me. Also, Myrdin, we're getting it sorted. I've talked with 2 individuals already, so we're getting it sorted.
Right. I will attempt to do something about it once the streets close. If there is a need for that.
Helpful. I will inform you on his current state of mind, because he's been calmed down now. You're welcome. So
Thank you.
maybe he will see it in a different eye. No, I have to worry about other things now, too. All I'm gonna say is fuck that guy from the order. Fuck that guy. Fuck me, that's Alexander.
You can stop.
Yay, wait.
Well, I would stop, but I think there's someone running off with possessions of Gabumon, so I'm going to be investigating.
Right.
Okay, alright.
Hello, my lord. How you doing, my lord?
I'm doing quite.
I'm doing good until I see you. Oh, my lord, today you look so stunning.
Try and keep myself nice and tidy.
I know. How long have you been? I didn't see you around much this day.
No, I'm mostly back home, making sure that's my
I see. Well, my lord, you look clean and good looking as always.
We're looking for you don't what about yourself?
In the fuck? My lord, oh, you're so flattering.
That is, I swear, if she fucking trips, that's gonna be very
Listen.
But anyway, my lord, I hope you come visit me sometime at my shop.
And they put it down? You know, let's go this way. Let's get away from that.
I'm sure you got places to be.
No, my lord, I'm just interested in you, and you don't take much of time these days.
Excuse me for
Okay, my lord. Oh my god, I'm gonna miss you so bad.
Oh, well, you don't need to. It's absolutely fine.
Oh,
Hello.
my lord, you's very important.
Hi.
I understand.
You look like you're chilling.
I'll go with that.
We are.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Hair flip.
Oh, hello, sir. Hello. Sorry. You know, you feel like you've got to keep looking behind your back to make sure. If she touches me, I want her arrested. Who's touching you? Or. Oh, that? Oh, I see.
Miss it.
She's very unsettling. If it's
Very
your order,
unsettling.
I can do that immediately. Just make sure that if she tries, it's very unsettling, I'm not gonna lie. Is this everyone?
Yeah.
No,
I think
it
now
isn't.
you
The
understand
Lord
how-
Guard are Lord Guard and a Town Guard are literally on duty within that town.
Let's see here, there is... I think we only have 2 Town's Guards on duty. Myself and...
Yes, we do. 3.
Oh, 3, yeah. And so...
Me, you, and Jack.
The Pointy Noise and you. Yeah.
There's also the Lord's Guard with the lady.
Yes, Miss Elizabeth.
You have Elizabeth. You have Miss Elizabeth, Lord's Guard, with Lady of the People, and you have Traps standing right over there. Behind that door. That's everyone.
And I'm gonna go do something. That's everyone.
Yes, is there a problem with it?
No, it just seems a bit more awkward, I suppose.
I've given up on the patience game.
Could you
See you
put
another
that
time.
communication device closer to your mouth instead of 2 feet away from you? Arrest her.
Who's getting arrested?
Arrest her right now.
Yeah, it's me.
Apparently the person on the unicycle is holding a incredibly large bomb.
Oh, yes, she was. Passed by here 3 times.
Yes, so, Lord Alexander, if you wish to speak, with me, Corvus, by the way, I request that you do it at a later date, because we have to deal with a threat real quick.
Yeah, so
I think that.
I think
Then
it's
she
better
go
to
that
be
direction.
inside. I'm going to recommend
Focus
you
on
being
driving
inside
now.
if a bomb just happens to explode out of nowhere. To be honest, I think we would have more. We would be starting to fall if that explodes. Actually,
I think we'll start losing altitude and the wall will be in a bit of spot
I'm going
above
to be on high alert until I have to go repair immediately that thing, right? I guess.
Oh dear.
Hello, Wolfie.
I'm putting my mask on.
Myrdin was discharged for the letter, which I have many issues with out of character that I will not voice on stream to avoid any drama.
You mean about the? You mean the unicyclist? Unicyclist with a nuke, yes. Yes. Okay. So we are
Blackstone is
So we
so,
are stating out loud the whole nuke bit.
Fun.
Galvin told me also it was.
It's lively,
Oh goodness. Okay. So.
chaotic in some ways, some days.
A big man.
Yes, hello.
I got the nose!
Sorry, then.
I got the nose!
Did you actually? I believe.
Pardon?
Yes,
What's your
yes.
story?
All right. Yes.
Well, I was the night lieutenant, but a few hours ago.
It does stretch.
Yeah.
What? Oh my.
And what about now?
I'm surprised you still let people do that.
I was discharged.
Piece it together.
Well, it's
I was discharged, and
Anyways,
I am
patrolling.
By who?
I'm on the lookout for
by the king.
certain individuals. Hopefully, you have a good day. Right.
After nearly dying in the front,
I see.
and
Okay then.
I guess not.
putting my life on the line in the north as well as in the city to protect the lords. But
Got it.
that is neither here nor there. What happened happened, and I will attempt to make amends later today.
I will speak to my brother.
I don't know if it's necessary, but if you wish to, go ahead.
Well, I'll speak to him in terms of trying to piece it together, I suppose.
Of course.
Before
Oh.
you say anything to him, perhaps we can try and ease it off a bit.
Of course, that would be appreciated. If I may give some more context. He has a plan to help with a location called the Vix Inn, which for many reasons.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. We're looking for Lady Winter.
I'm not sure where she is at the moment.
Lord.
The last
Last time I believe she was the second floor. If not there, I do not know. But I apologize for any inconvenience.
I like that. Okay. Well,
You're allowed to go to the second floor, if you were wondering.
Oh, we were on the second floor.
Ah, well.
But I mean, I guess we can check again.
Field though. It won't do anything outside, but it might injure me.
Regardless. I seem to have stepped on a deal he had with someone which I was not aware of, and he accused me of, I believe it was going against his order on this deal that, again, I was not aware of, and has decided to discharge me for it. Well, the wording I used on a particular letter to speak with a person not entirely related with the person who he made the deal with, I'll admit, the wording was a bit too strong. But my intent was not to go against that deal he had, whether I knew about it or not. All in all, I will wait for the streets to clear out before I apologize to him. I do not wish to bring attention to this publicly to the people.
Yes. That's absolutely fine. I will find out more about it on his side, and hopefully sort it out.
You are kidding
Of
me.
course.
You are kidding me. What?
I appreciate the assistance. It's an honor coming from you, really.
It's absolutely fine. It's what I was mostly set upon doing, I suppose.
Hmm.
After all, my title around here is the advisor, so I suppose it's time for me to do some of my jobs, I suppose.
Hmm.
What's going on? Hello.
Well, stay safe. You never know what's out there in this city sometimes.
If something comes up me, I'll just hit it over the head. And if that doesn't work, then we hit him over the head twice.
I like your logic.
And then we get shot, and then we just cry.
Thank you, I needed that.
Absolutely alright.
I will stay here for now.
See what's happening. Oh yes. If anyone tries shuffling your way, I said you can stay there.
Of course.
As if anyone tries shuffling your way. I don't think they will, but...
Yeah. Yeah.
How does 15 nuke sound like?
Because death is not legal. What the fuck?
This is heavy. This is really heavy. This is actually...
I'm hoping this can be undone by the end of the session, because I wasn't aware at all this might happen.
How the hell does one person have 15?
But hey-ho.
What the hell?
Whoa.
Are you okay, Mr. Fenris?
I am holding
I think he nukes inside of my field. This is actually as heavy as ever.
Oh, okay, King Dark.
Is this snoring or screaming?
Fucking break. Snoring, I dropped her.
Oh.
Horse tranquilizer.
I wish I could cut their vocal cords.
I wouldn't say no to that, honestly.
You know what? I can do it from here. I'm a magician. Ah, peace and quiet.
That's very magical of you.
You won't arrest me for using fourth dimensional magic now, will you?
I don't know, it sounds very tempting.
Oh, I didn't see a single thing.
I'm like a weasel.
Yes, that's
Hi.
Oh, well, I'm gonna go find my brother.
hello.
You look just like him, Corvus.
I look literally nothing like it.
Well, a little bit, but you know, you're still intact to each other, so yeah. What the?
Don't horse tranquilize your nut. Chill. One sec.
Well,
One sec. One sec.
Welcome to Blackstone. The fuck is this happening right now?
Oh, this is a bad idea.
I'm gonna
What
cause
did you
trouble. I'm gonna cause trouble.
That is a bad idea.
I'm gonna
I
cause
don't know
trouble.
you. I haven't seen you. You
Hello.
were doing that all on your own. I didn't convince you anything. I'm not the cause of that.
Here, hey, I'm here to cause trouble. Alright.
You're right, you're
But
rusted.
do it as a
Come with me.
playful. Ah! Ah! She just drags her feet.
Yeah, I know it's a snore, but it also sounds like a scream, so. How are you, Wolfie, by the way? How are you, Hax, as well?
So, Myrdin. Apparently, the person that was in the cell had like 15 nukes, apparently.
I've heard.
Yeah, the person that was in the jail cell over there that they changed apparently has 15 nukes. That's why, you saw, I forget his name, walking by with the shield. Or
I'm aware.
he was carrying 15 nukes. I'm pretty sure one wrong move and literally everything in like a... I would give or take a 2,000 mile radius is dead.
Most likely. Be off the airship by now.
Unless there's cockroaches here, then they probably will live.
Been dead all week, I feel you.
We should really exile that person. I do not want to do that ever again.
That is not my decision to make.
What do I have to ask for that? Because holy shit, I do not want to deal with so many nukes.
Perhaps one of the lords or the king.
Yeah, let me first find Corvus and have to probably tell him. We should
Behind that
do
pillar.
that and have to tell King's God. Or the king.
Barry?
No.
Okay.
I could walk around, but I need to make sure I know where Ray is by the end of the session. And not gonna lie, I need to sit down for a bit. Not because of my legs, it's just because there was so much stress because I wasn't expecting it, and I don't.
Everything quiet for right now?
I suppose, I'm not sure.
Ah, okay, well. Might have heard a little thing, but I don't think it's anything beyond the domestic.
I don't have my comms device on me at the moment, so...
Well, I mean, I suppose that's me being nosy.
As you are.
Myrdin, would you care to accompany us for a moment?
Right.
Apologies to take you away from your conversation.
No, it's alright.
You didn't hear me.
Yes, well, I managed to
Ow.
get 2 laps done
Fine.
before I was
Great.
informed. Beyond
Yeah,
that,
I'm a bit.
Right.
I believe in you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a bit occupied at the moment, so let's
We'll be
move
heading
on.
towards there.
Getting somebody later.
Where's father?
I think he's on the second floor. He's speaking to his brother.
Oh, Uncle Nikolai?
Well,
Oh, Alexander.
Oh, you said brother. You said brother. You said
No,
brother. Are you
no,
talking about?
no. Alexander.
Oh.
What are you doing?
It's only been half
Just
an hour.
running around, I guess.
Oh,
Oh, look at me! I'm
I think that.
I'm going to assault the guard.
I'm
just kidding. I won't.
I believe the eyes may be deceiving you.
My
I think
eyes,
it is
yes. Yeah, let's.
I already got arrested for 2 seconds.
Behave yourself, please.
The game's lagging. What the fuck?
Even then, demons can still make deals with demons.
Flux.
Sit there in silence for like 30 seconds. For like 30 seconds.
Fuck no.
The only spell I can cast is gun.
For so long, my throat hurts.
Sorry, the last thing I heard before entering here was Elizabeth going, the only spell I can cast is gun.
That's a very good
It is a
point.
really
You know what? Corvus, you sit in silence for a moment. Myrdin, I wish to pull you
Yes.
in because I was able to speak to Ray. He is willing to consider reinstating your position. It'll just... There's nothing there's nothing concrete, but there is the willingness to do so. I did speak on your behalf to him. Corvus and I formulated a few things to bring up to Ray, and as we did so, he seemed interested in the possibility of bringing you back on at some point, but the further details currently are unknown at this moment.
Alright. Is there anything I should do in particular?
I apologize, I'm unsure. I don't wish to say kiss his boots, but perhaps a formal apology letter written to him could assist.
Of course.
Even if you believe you're not fully in the wrong, things like this to just assure that your intentions weren't subversive and that you do apologize for it could
I was
help.
considering waiting for the streets to clear up and speak with him and apologize.
That could be nifty. I believe he's upstairs speaking to his brother, Alexander.
Yes, Alexander spoke to me and he wished to know why I was discharged, and I explained. And he said he'd speak with him to know more and possibly help with this as well.
Well, okay, there you go then. You're more in the loop than I am about the situation right now, so I guess we'll see. But here is one thing I do need to tell you, and you can tell this to Ray. If you ever have a situation like this again, please bring it up to me. If Burke can't be around for it, please at least get a hold of me so that myself, you, Gabumon, and perhaps Ray can sit down and discuss the grievances so we can get the best up-to-date information on the situation.
Right.
You're allowed to have grievances. I'm not saying you can't. Just in the future, I am on your side. I am on the side of the town, and I want to see us work together.
Yes.
I just need you to come to me. Alright?
Of course. I'll admit that my decision-making was possibly a bit scrappy, and the letter I wrote used harsh words. Unfortunately for me, considering I had no knowledge of this deal. But I will be careful in the future.
I did speak well on your behalf, so...
I appreciate it.
That's all I can think of for the moment, though.
No, I just wanted to ask you about about the current situation. I heard you mention a special task force or whatever you said.
Yes, it's nothing concrete at the moment, but I believe that Blackstone, given the situations that we've been in, could benefit from a special forces group. I don't know who would head it, and I don't know the full extent as to the details that would go around them, but I believed that Ray's initial proposition of trying to move enough materials to build a fort in a territory that is, for all intents and purposes, unaccosted, is asking to be attacked and destroyed. And if it was to somehow get built, who's gonna man it? There are gonna need to be forces there 24/7 watching it, and it's one fort in a completely surrounded territory. So rather than do that, why don't we build a special forces group, one that can also assist us in the north, whose job isn't even directly to engage the enemy. Their job is literally more explicitly to go and perform clandestine demolition actions as well as reconnaissance missions to then bring intelligence back to the people of the Vixen and the guild, should they be involved. 1 second, hon. That way, the special forces could get their teeth cut on a war that we can be more detached from. But that way, Blackstone's footprint is much less prevalent. And even if it is questioned, it's just good training on a war that doesn't necessarily 100% pertain to us. And as far as the whole them being whores, yes, the Vixen is a brothel. Yes, members within them are gentlemen and women of the night. However, from my understanding, the Vixen is also merely a hub for people who are seen as undesirables by this order, and it might genuinely be their only safe haven. So allowing them to do the heavy lifting combined with the guild, provided with our intelligence, is a win-win. We can keep ourselves as removed as possible from it while helping them and allowing them to go out and risk their necks without us pulling in supplies.
Yeah, literally the first thing I proposed to Ray was to wait with it. To make plans for it and preparations and wait with it.
We both did. We both did.
Yes. No, I did it at the Vixen when he proposed it.
Wait, one more time?
When he was making... I did it at the Vixen.
You went to the Vixen?
Yes, I went to the Vixen together with him and Chip. And when he exactly proposed that idea with... the, sorry, someone is talking in my calls real quick.
It's okay.
Shadow, what now? You have to speak up, please, because I can't understand a single word you're saying. If someone uses magic or any sorts, shadow creature. Apprehend them, and if they're not sentient, shoot them.
If it's a situation that must be handled.
It's the ground
Shadow creature.
Creature thing.
Yes.
Oh, is it that stupid one that goes up there to our waist?
Yeah. But I was there and I advised against it to give it time and preparation. But I don't know, it's...
Ray, I believe, was acting very in the moment and very with his heart rather than with his brain when we were speaking on Tuesday. Which is why the situation that unfolded between Burke and him were likely... Because I did try to propose a more indirect act as well when he proposed it to us, but he seemed very adamant on a different way of going about things, so...
There is a possible median as well, along with yours, but also with his initial plan within regards to the fort. For example, I think I've mentioned to you the possibility of building a wooden one. The special forces that you're trying to do, not only could they do information gathering, demolition, they can also train the people of the Vixen to defend themselves.
I think I'd feel more comfortable bringing them here, or training on their turf. Building a palisade fort also, even if it's made out of wood, while quicker, I do know where you're coming from. It's not exactly the most robust, not to mention, this is a group that is, to my understanding, besieged. And by besieged, I mean the actual literal definition of a siege, where they are completely surrounded on all ends by these people.
Then, at the very least in that situation, since I don't know the whole situation and what they're dealing with.
It's okay. It's an honest opinion, which is a good one.
At the
If I
very
may.
least, the forces that we send, if I can finish this last thing real quick.
Of course. I wasn't sure if you were going to finish.
That's okay. Can you continue, Elizabeth?
Sorry, my duties are calling me at the moment.
Go ahead, Thomas.
Let me just say this, for someone adamant about not wanting to destroy the hierarchy of the guards, the hierarchy of the guards is fucked. And I have to deal with a lot of shit.
the
Let it be known that
unit
I
that we
never
send
stop trying. Go ahead.
can at least train as well as basically also train them. Perhaps
Yes.
not obviously the fort, since they can't manage that if they are literally under siege. At least training them to be able to better defend themselves, to possibly also break out from that siege to come to us, would be beneficial.
Well, I believe they can be pulled out because we've had representatives here already. So they can get here, but their home territory itself is surrounded. So that's why I was of the opinion of bringing at least some of them here where it's safe to train and less conspicuous, or training there at their property, but that would also be lending more of a risk. So we...
Perhaps, it's like you mentioned, bring some here, train them here, and then some, it's still probably good to send or have people there to observe their people training their own, to ensure that they are properly being trained. Maybe add a few tips because the territory may be different.
Well, this firstly needs to get cleared through Burke.
Yeah.
So none of this might even come to pass. But yes, I see where you're coming from. Their duties would be handled once this gets established, but that was just my proposal. Yes, Myrdin.
Apologies for taking longer.
I only wish to
you're fine.
apologize.
You have good thoughts.
I, frankly, in any dimension, did not think this would be such an issue. I thought sending this letter would be a more professional way of taking care of the meeting, rather than actually doing it in secret. But it has backfired due to some mistakes I have made and other reasons. But I do apologize for the issues this has caused to you and Corvus. And I hope it doesn't reflect on me overall.
Just like Ray, I believe your heart was in the right place, but don't forget, just because I'm a lady of the people, I'm a lady. I know Burke is technically, him and Ray are technically the end-all be-all when it comes to conflict, but these are my people as well. You are my people, and if you have a genuine concern, I am more than happy to hear you guys out. I want you to come to me, because otherwise we have situations like this. Again, I'm not doubting your intentions. I believe that you had a valid concern, and you were trying to get it raised. Just, I read the letter, and some of your rhetoric was a bit damning, but I see where you're coming from, and I do value some of your points, which is why I had the idea of the Special Forces unit. Aside from just the logistical supplies of having a fort and people to garrison it, they would now see us as an enemy. But a smaller, clandestine unit that could just warp out, or whatever they would need to do if things get too much, would prevent any ties back to us, at least any immediate ties, which is how we'd be able to get this win-win scenario.
Of course.
So, just in the future, I'm not judging you, I don't dislike you, I don't think negatively of you, I assure you, I forgive you. Just please come to me in the future.
I will.
Thank you, Myrdin. We have 15 minutes. I might as well go back down.
Right.
And we were all talking, and I think we briefly went over weapons for like a little bit. And then he came over and said, "Are we talking about weapons?" And we all went, "No," because we didn't want to talk weapons with him. And then he just ignored that and started talking for 10 minutes about how cool
Aren't-
it was and how many
Aren't
guns.
you excited about having a new sibling?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Do you have another one?
No, I'm talking about this one.
Oh. I was gonna say,
Hello?
you had another one?
Oh, you love
Don't
us.
poke me, I'm
No.
scared.
Yes, you do.
Look.
Hold up, what? Wait, what?
What are you waiting for?
Well, if I'm not incorrect, the king was last on the second floor. I'm simply waiting. It is almost at the end of the... well, before the streets close, so...
Yeah, so I'm gonna check real quick. I'm tired.
Corvus,
Yes.
I only wish to apologize for the trouble this has caused you. In any dimension, I did not think this would be an issue, but...
Don't think so either. It's just horrible timing. It's just a horrible timing. But don't worry, because now you owe me.
I do.
Which is more than enough that I can ask for. The tower is empty.
Tower's empty.
It's... I'm tired.
I'm dead. God
With a
killed me.
9,
What?
a little stone from the sky hits you.
What? Stone.
How the fuck did you hit you? You... There's glass above us.
There's glass nose below this. I don't know where...
Are you waiting for someone?
I'm waiting for the king. I simply wish to speak to him and apologize.
To, potentially tomorrow. He wasn't aware, but at the same time, give it time.
I was simply hoping to do this when the streets are clear, not to bring any more attention this doesn't need from anyone else in the streets.
Find him tomorrow, perhaps. A little after, perhaps, as well.
Right. Tomorrow, then.
Just keep yourself calm.
I should.
I am.
You're here,
Oh, my brain's happening again. But yes, just keep yourself calm and collective, I suppose.
That's what I've been doing today.
And so now that you're here, would you like to perhaps inform me about
Pick
your
up the rock.
conversation that you had? You know, the thing we talked about.
Just like a little pebble.
Apologies. Conversation.
When looking up, you see a few
Yes,
small birds
the
just
talk
flying
about what
within
we
the ecosystem
had earlier
of the...
upstairs.
Yep.
I assume you've had struck a conversation with him regarding that.
I Is there like was there like a direction that it came from?
As
Particular?
there hasn't been any more information that's been sent.
That
This one?
direction.
That way.
There's no point of invoking onto something just of yet.
Alright.
There's no knowing if he is back yet or not. After all, his master holds the soul, which means he holds a permanent state in which to reform the physical body from. When I say his master holds the soul, this isn't just pact where it's promised to him. He is actually holding it. The soul is not in the physical.
It's just a pebble.
Can I see the rock? I mean,
It's just a small
does it
pebble.
look like it's part of the wall?
Just a
No,
pebble.
it's just... Oh, it's just a pebble.
I don't know what it could be.
Let's investigate the pebble. Let's investigate the pebble. I feel like that's a thing I want to do today. Instead of dealing with ghosts, new cats, King Ray. Let's investigate this pebble.
I believe it came from this direction, but from this far away?
Yes. I believe this is the work of supernatural forces.
With a natural 20, Myrdin.
Yeah.
You finally make the realization in your small little pea brain that it was probably just a bird that flung or just dropped a bit of rocks on your head while flying by at an angle.
But thinking from the directional diagonal value, the target must have been up there. But who could go up there?
But Myrdin, with a 4, as you listen to Corvus give off his theoretical, investigational theory to you, you can't help but just fall for it and just agree with him. He must be on to something. There's something,
absolutely.
someone out there in the sky.
The great ghost.
Do you think when Olaf put on that Spider-Man costume, he gained the powers of a spider?
I think it could be Olaf.
Do you think so?
Did Olaf try to assassinate me with a pebble?
Right now.
Is this the thought we have right now? An assassination attempt from Olaf with a pebble?
With an 11, you're not sure. It could have been Olaf, or it could have been something else.
Wait. Now I'm feeling like... Now I'm feeling, like you're saying that both of us are like Burke, like that pebble fly me. That must have been an assassination attempt at me. Someone's out there to kill me.
He's gone, and now we're coping with him being gone.
Yes.
We need this. Yes.
He doesn't want.
He's gonna disown us after today.
Oh, wait. While we're on this topic, should I do it or should you do it?
You do it.
Conrad!
Oh.
No.
With an 18, your voice echoes throughout the ship. A loud voice and echoing of the tone Conrad can be heard far throughout the town and city, and in the silence, as everything dies down, you hear something in the distance.
Conrad!
I think I hear
As
him.
if he was really here.
It's like he's here. Oh, wait. He come back from the north already.
Wow. That's our perk, eradicating all those northern folk in the span of half a day. If only.
If only.
Look, this is why you can't leave the cards. This is too much fun.
You know what we need? We need a marketable plushie of him, and it has a string that when you pull it, it just yells out stuff.
I'm getting away from this.
You know what we need? You know what you know what we need?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a polymorph potion that can turn people into a dog. We can turn them into a Bill Park.
We could. Spike is true.
Yes, we could.
Yes, sorry, don't mind me.
Right. I do believe Kira wanted me to pay a visit to her apartment tonight, so I will be doing that. And tomorrow, I will attempt to speak with the king in private.
Alright, good job. Yeah, that might be good.
I shall continue with my rounds.
Don't worry, we're closing soon.
Okay, well. And yet, if someone decides to... If someone decides to do something disruptive within the last 5 minutes, and we've already sort of started
Tell
moving
them
down, well,
skill issue and
that's a little
ratio.
embarrassing. Yes, exactly.
If someone does that, I will shoot them myself.
Oh yes. Speaking of, I did recently get one of my own armaments, so I do have a ranged option on me.
I'll be heading out for the day.
I see. Nice.
Take care.
Yes, take care.
Stay safe.
Of course.
Take care.
Take care.
And thank you again.
You're welcome. Anything for a fellow on that.
With this, like...
And just know that you know the rights that you're entitled to, but also ensure that you know that the only person who can formally revoke your citizenship, to my understanding, is the king.
Such a girl. To be honest, I kind of found it in a next to a giant polar panther that was 2 times the size of me.
Okay, you know, actually, now that I'm looking at it, this is actually a decent size.
I need to sit down.
Yeah, this is the person Get made a fate deal with, the other maid thing.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm the ex-Lord's Guard. Wowie. And also an ex-Lord's Guard, hopefully not anymore soon, though.
I have so many thoughts about it that I will not mention because I am streaming and I do not want to stretch it.
I understand.
But I will mention that I had zero idea this would happen at all.
Who is this?
And I wish I had some sort of idea about it because I really didn't think it would be an issue.
Yeah.
I hate my foot right now. It's just having a day.
Because he mentioned the deal I had zero knowledge of as well.
Oh my god. Okay, if I sit on the very end,
Even out of character.
my foot is right by where my right foot is, and it's not tracking.
I also wonder how he got his hands on glitter in character, but
I'm bored. I'm gonna
those
kill
are
you.
theories I have that I will not mention due to me not wanting to start shit.
I'm taking your wisp.
I'm bigger than you. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Oh.
So no head.
Judge, this is the
Yeah, I know.
version. My private version is super small. Oh wait, you know
So
what?
you can say
Hold the fuck up.
Alright,
Hold
Cronin,
the
I hate
fuck
to do
up.
this to you.
I could do a thing with
Jump
this.
attack!
Hang on.
Oh, I can see now.
Almost jump attack.
Almost.
Sorry, I had to.
Look
I
at
had to
me.
safety settings you. I'm sorry. My
Hey,
eyes hurt.
No.
Riders.
No,
No,
my
no, no, no.
avatar's
I'm not
fine.
bigger.
I hope.
I float. I can
Motherfucker,
just
Okay, so
fucking
here's what I suggest
float.
to whoever you're doing it with: turn off their game object.
I can't see him all. I can't. It's still loading.
Did you have a good
If they're already
stream
doing
today?
that, then you might have.
Poo, poo,
Since when you're doing animation, when you're
Inconclusive.
done with the animation, make sure at the very end, like you're done with the circle effect or something, you turn the game object off.
Fucking amazing. Here we go. There you are.
I will hold off on talking about stuff until I'm off stream.
Stand up for a
I'm trying to
moment.
think.
There.
Yeah, hold on.
I still have a possible scene to do.
Usually all my animations are set up.
Dark Souls.
What are you doing?
Okay, then let me see.
You're gonna go.
Hello.
Yeah, I can go.
Materials.
I'm Heather, my robotic friend.
Have some light. Have some light. Have some light.
Ah!
I gotta go.
No, because my rendered, my
Are we?
rendered,
Oh,
Miles, my rendered
there goes
PTS is
Foxy.
like, I have like,
There goes Foxy.
I was supposed to go to Kira's apartment after this, so I don't know if it's still happening or not.
Your download's fine too. Yeah, I don't
Why do you have so many
Who knows?
particles?
They're offline.
Might just do it in
So,
text. Who knows?
yeah.
Depends what she's gonna do.
Alright, I'll go and stream then.
It'll recently, I believe.
Yeah, I'll go and stream.
You think that's bad? Alright, we should.
Right. I will end stream for the day and I will be back tomorrow. I don't know if there's anyone we can raid. I don't think so. Right then.